Hey everybody, it's Joanne Musa, the Tax Lien Lady. We're live now on Facebook. This is Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live. So when you come on, say hello, let me know where you're from so I could best answer your question because tax lien and tax deed investing is different everywhere in the country. Every state is different. So let me know what state you're in so I can best answer your question, and let me know, what do you want to know? What's the one thing that you want to know about tax lien and tax deed investing? How can I help you? Now, today is the last day that you could save 80% on our tax sale success workshop this Thursday and Friday. It's 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. each day. It's virtual, it's online, and it's live with me, and I'll be able to show you my screen. I've got some resources for you, articles and workbooks, a workbook for day one, a workbook for day two, and I'll be taking you through how to find the right place for you to invest, how to register for the tax sale, how to do your due diligence and bid on the right properties, right? So we'll be doing all that Thursday and Friday in the Tax Sale Success Workshop. If you're not enrolled yet, enroll today. Now, if you are a coaching client or a member of the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator, you get into the workshop for free as part of your membership or your coaching. But if not, right now it's 80% off. It's only $197 for the 2 days, and you get lifetime access. You also get 30 days in the membership in the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator and get access to tax sale finders for 30 days. So, it's definitely, it's a $997 course that you get in for 80% off, but today's the last day. Yes, it's this Thursday and Friday, Cliff. And Nicole, can you put the link in where they can go to get the workshop? Okay, so what I want to talk about, first of all, I want to ask you guys, let me know what your questions are. What can I help you with? What do you want to know about tax lien and tax deed investing? And if it's something I can answer here today, I will do that. And if it's something that I will answer in depth in the training that we're doing this week, I'll let you know. But there is something I wanted to talk about today because the Florida tax lien sales are going on now. And I've noticed something different, a few things different about the Florida tax sales this year that I didn't really notice last year. Maybe it was this way last year, but I didn't really notice it. I did notice that all but one of the Florida counties that I went to look at what their bidding rules were, all but one of them did not allow foreign investors. Palm Beach County did allow foreigners to invest, but you would have had to register by May 20th. So it's too late to register for Palm Beach County. Most of these tax sales, some of them, it's not too late to register yet, but most of them are over tomorrow. There's a couple of stragglers that still go on later, but most of them are over by June 1st. As I said, there's a couple of counties that still have their tax sales, but you would have had to register for them already. Okay, but I'm bringing this up about the Florida sales because I've noticed differences this year. One is that most of them do not allow foreigners. The other thing that I noticed is that most of them do not have a single simultaneous bidder rule. Now, what's a single simultaneous bidder rule, you might be wondering? Well, that doesn't allow multiple bidders to register. Let me take that back. It doesn't allow the same bidder to register multiple times. Okay, so if you're an entity and you have a few different managers, they can't all register for the same entity, or you have different LLCs in the same fund, they can't, limited partnership, they can't all register. All right, supposedly, right? If you are married and you have a joint tax return, you and your husband cannot register separately and bid, right? You could register, but you can't both bid at the sale. If you do and it's found out, that's a problem. You get penalized. All right, that's the single simultaneous bidder rule. Only one bidder per entity is allowed. Let me say it a different way. An entity is not allowed to register more than once. And a person is not allowed to register more than once. Not just like if you and your spouse do a joint tax return, you both cannot register under the single simultaneous bidder rule, okay? Also, if you register for your entity, whether it's a limited partnership, an LLC, or your IRA account, right? You can't register in your own name also, okay? That's the single simultaneous bidder rule. But and in years past, a lot of the Florida counties had this single simultaneous bidder rule. But this year, I haven't seen one county that has that single simultaneous bidder rule, okay? Which means that it makes it a lot more competitive because these big hedge funds can register multiple times and have multiple sub-accounts, okay? So that's another thing that I noticed. So I already told you about foreigners not being able to bid at most of these sales. Most of them do not have the single simultaneous bidder rule, which makes it more competitive. And I also want to let you know that they were trying to pass a bill in Florida that will allow only for multiple bidders. So only the big hedge funds. They don't want the single investors bidding. They were trying to pass that bill, but the tax collectors themselves and the National Tax Lien Association spoke out against it. So it did not get passed, but this is what was on the table when I went to the NTLA conference earlier this year, or earlier in the spring. This is what I found out. One of the things that I found out about. And that's one of the things that the NTLA is fighting. Okay, there was something else about the Florida sales that I wanted to talk about off the top of my head. I can't remember what it is. But we did get a couple of questions. Nicole did put in the link for the Tax Sale Success Workshop Thursday and Friday. It's from 12 to 2. It's a $997 course that right now you could get into live for 80% off. All right. Hi, Rodrigo. What is the percentual agent commission value? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what that is. Okay. So I let you know about the Tax Sale Success Workshop that's coming up. Today is the last day to get 80%. I let you know about some changes to the Florida tax sales that are going on. I do have an article about that on my blog at taxlieninvestingtips.com. You could go and read about it there. Taxlieninvestingtips.com. I know there was a third thing that I noticed about the Florida sales that were different this year. But I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. However, it's in there. So let me know, you guys, what do you want to find out about the tax sales that are going on now? Okay, why are you here? There's a reason why you're here. Okay, and I think Nicole is putting something in the comments for you. Oh, she put in the blog, it's taxlieninvestingtips.com. And there's an article there where I mentioned some of the things that are different about Florida this year. Okay, and the Florida sales are wrapping up. They're just about done. They will have cleanup sales afterwards, but I will tell you, unless you're in the regular sale and you do your due diligence on those properties, The cleanup sale is, you really have to know what you're doing because it's first come, first serve. And as soon as they open it, you've got to be there as soon as they start, as soon as they open up, know what you want and get it because it gets, the good stuff gets bought up right away. So it's something that I really don't suggest for newbies, but for experienced investors, if you're in the sale, you know what you want, you know what's left over, you just wait for it to be posted and get it as soon as you can. Okay. All right, so say hello, let me know what state you're from, and what do you want to find out about today? What can I tell you today about tax liens or tax deeds that you want to know? If you missed the beginning of this, you'll see the replay as soon as we're done. It will be here on Facebook. It will also be posted to YouTube and Vimeo. I have a YouTube channel. It will be posted there because there's some people that just don't like Facebook. They don't want to be on Facebook. Yeah, which is fine. If I didn't have a business, I might not be here either. All right. So in the training that's coming up in the Tax Sale Success Workshop, you could see behind me, these are some of the states of some of the people that are already enrolled. And so we will be concentrating on those states. And for anybody that comes to the workshop, we will be concentrating on the states for the people that are in the workshop and what's going on now. Okay. All right, Cliff says I'm tax lien investing in Indiana. I don't know if there's anything going on now, Cliff. Maybe you could tell me, are there any of the, well, there might be some live sales for the commissioner sales, might be some live sales going on, and we can work on that if you're in the Tax Sale Success Workshop. Trying to expand to other states and wondering about strategy. Well, we are going to talk about the strategy in the states that people want to invest in, the people that are in the workshop, because I'm going to tailor the workshop to two things. The people that are in the workshop, the states that they want to look at, and the states that have tax sales that are going on now. So we do this, the last time I did this workshop was in January. It was earlier in the year. And we do it a couple of times a year because there's different sales that only happen at certain times of the year. Okay, so we're going to concentrate on the sales that are going on at the time we do the workshop so that I can actually show you what to do, because here's what happens. That data is only available a few weeks before these sales happen. And you can only look at get the list and look at the properties in the sale a few weeks before the tax sale. Right, so we're going to concentrate on the sales that are going on now. And if the sales, like Cliff says, not till October for the lien sale, and you're talking about Indiana, their regular sales happen in the fall. So for the tax sales that happen in the fall, we're not going to look at those right now. We're going to look at the ones that are happening now. And on the first day, we're going to discuss the different states that have the tax sales coming up now and which ones are better. Which states are better, which ones are online, which ones are live. So for some of you that are in states that don't have tax sales coming up now, you might want to look at the online sales that are the better ones to invest in. Or if there's states nearby that have live sales coming up, you might want to look into those. So we're going to talk about which states I like better. All right. Or which states are better for investors. Now, that being said, I think the best place to look is right in your own backyard, where you know the property values. Okay. All right, Cliff, great. Good to see you. It'll be good to see you at the training. All right, and you'll also get 30-day trial to the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator. Okay. Any other questions? I don't think I missed anything. I don't think this, by the way, is not your regularly scheduled Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live. Normally we do this the second and third Tuesday of the month, but I'm not going to be able to do this the second Tuesday of the month, so we're doing it now. And when I say second Tuesday of the month, I mean the month of June. I'm in a very intense leadership training for the first 2 weeks in June, actually starting next week and the following week. So I won't be able to do Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live on the regularly scheduled second week of the month. So I'm doing that now. Okay. And then we will be able to do this on the third, is it the second? Yeah, second and third week of the month. We will be able to do this on the third Tuesday of the month. So I will see you then. That will be the next time we do Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live. And Rodrigo, I don't know if you're still here, but I don't know what you were talking about. You asked, what is the percentual agent commission value? And I have no idea what you're asking. And I don't know if you are still here. But again, you can always, if you weren't able to stay online now, you can always ask it in the comments and I can reply to you later. All right, so here are, as I mentioned, here are some of the states that people are already enrolled that we are going to talk about on Thursday. We've got Michigan, Washington, Michigan, Virginia, California, Georgia, PA, Texas, New York, New Jersey, and Virginia. And I will tell you, we're not going to really talk about Michigan because those sales happen in the fall. But we do have somebody from Michigan and who's looking into other states as well. And so we will be talking about these other states because they all have tax sales that are coming up. All right. Okay, Nicole, is there anything I forgot? Or is there, Cliff, is there anything else that you wanted to ask me? Because you're the only one besides Rodrigo who asked me any questions, so. So I'm here to answer them for you today. Let me ask you a question, Cliff. Like, what is the most important thing that you want to learn in this training that we're doing, the tax sale success training on Thursday and Friday? What's the most important thing that I can help you with? So, think about that for a minute and put that in the chat, because that will help me give you the training that you want and that you need on Thursday and Friday. I will tell you right now that how to be successful in other states. Okay, the first day, Thursday, we will cover which tax sales are coming up now and which are the better states to invest in, according to yours truly, right? And how to find out where's the best place for you to start investing. And that depends on where you live, what your goals are, and how much money you have to invest. And when I say what your goals are, I mean whether you want to get property or whether you want to get the return on your money. Okay, that's what we're going to do on day one. Day two, we're going to talk about, okay, now, and we're also going to talk about how to get the information for those sales on day one. Day two, we're going to talk about how to filter the list. And, once you have your list, and we might start this on day one if we have time, how to filter the list. But on day two, we're going to talk about, okay, now how do you choose the right properties to bid on? And there's two things that you have to keep in mind when you're choosing which properties to bid on. Number one, what is not going to be as competitive? What are you actually going to be able to buy with what you have available? All right, with the money that you have, what are you actually going to be able to buy and not get bid out on? And what is actually valuable? All right, so those are the two things that we're going to deal with on day 2. Okay. All right, so I think we've answered all the questions, Nicole. And being this is not our normally scheduled time for this, we only had a couple of people on. So, people will be watching the replay of this on Facebook, on YouTube. And so when you're watching the replay, you guys that are watching the replay, send me what, if you're enrolled in the training, go ahead and send me what you want to find out. What is the most important thing for you to learn in that tax sale success workshop? For you guys like you, Cliff, that are already in the training, you should have gotten an email from Nicole. From my assistant, Nicole is with me now. It will come from taxlienlady.com. And in that email will be a link for you to set up your own ID and password so that you have access to the members area for 30 days, but also you'll get unlimited access, lifetime access to the training. You'll need to do that now. You'll need to get in there now because there's things that I want you to download to be ready for the training. We've got a workbook for day 1, a workbook for day 2. We've got articles and resources for the training, and that's where the recordings are going to be posted afterwards. So you definitely want to go get your set up your ID and password for that, and then we'll see you on Thursday and Friday. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the 3rd Tuesday of the month right here on Facebook. And remember, today's the last day to get 80% off on the training that we're doing Thursday and Friday. So hope to see you there. Bye.